Part 1 is the introduction. When I was little, I felt bad when being told the story of the 3 little pigs. Remember? One little pig builds a house made of straw, and the wolf blows it down. The second one builds another house made of sticks, which are stronger than straw, but the wolf blows it down. Then the third little pig builds a house made of bricks, and the wolf cannot blow it down. Tired of blowing, the wolf tries to get into the house through the chimney, and he gets captured by the little pig who cooks him alive in a pot full of boiling water that hangs over the fireplace. Poor wolf, I thought at age 5, when they told me this story in my first year of school. It was impossible for me to understand why our teacher thought the pig that built the brick house was the smartest, and why she wasn't feeling bad for the wolf. This simple story, which millions of children have learned for many generations, reveals a mentality, a social agreement, and points to a direction which apparently brings safety to humans, but at the same time destroys nature. Powerful industries have been developed all over the world so that humans can build the strongest buildings, roads, and cities. All the resources needed by these industries are taken from land and the waters of the earth. In order to transport it all, powerful engines were invented. Trucks, cars, and planes shaped the fast modern world, and Mother Earth provided, wanting or not, the fossil fuels that made them move. As if this wasn't enough, there have been many devastating wars to fight for control over the territories containing fuels and other natural resources. According to how I understand it, the wolf in the story of the 3 little pigs represents the powers of the wilderness. The strong heat of summer, the cold storms of the winter, the winds, the lightning, the lions, the snakes, and so many other wild powers which are considered to be a threat, sometimes to human safety, but most times to human comfort. These are the wild powers that, when put together as one single giant entity, we call Pachamama. Together they are the beautiful Sphinx, the powerful dragon. Together they are balance. Looking for their safety, modern humans have treated the earth in a way that broke her balance, and this is the most unsafe thing to do. This is why I don't think the pig who built the brick house is as smart as he believes himself to be. It is evident that in modern times humans have believed in their capacity to rule over the earth, building their sturdy brick houses. And with their victory over the powers of nature came a celebration consisting of burning the wolf alive. This model of human life that destroys nature at high rates will not be able to sustain itself for much longer. A cosmic time of renewal has arrived on Earth, and in order to be healthy again, Mother Dragon is putting all her parts back together. Now, with all we are seeing happening to the Earth, we are also seeing very sturdy buildings fall down. It has become clear that this mentality in which humans can defeat nature and control the powers of the wilderness is based on an illusion, and probably on a certain sense of our own grandiosity. It is the year 2011 when I am writing the last pages of this book. Just a few days ago, a very strong earthquake and a tsunami hit the country of Japan. A country considered to have the third strongest economy in the world is now in a major crisis caused by the shaking of Mother Earth. Thousands of hours of work and disciplined effort made by the Japanese people since their last severe crisis in the World War II came crashing down to the ground in only 2 minutes. Sacrifices made for so long, including the loss of time to enjoy life and to be with family and children at home, will not have their reward. Pachamama, Mother Earth, Mother of Time-Space, took it all. Now I hear that because of the lack of electricity, some people are amazed at how many stars they can see at night. Because of the lack of food and water, people are feeling their hearts open when someone unknown leaves some produce at the door of their semi-destroyed houses. For now, there are many who do not have to go to work, so they have time to gather in groups and talk to each other, tell old stories, and remember how good it feels to have warm company, to be part of a tribe. I wish the Japanese people would not have had to suffer so much, especially the children, the pregnant women, the elderly, and all those who experience the loss of their loved ones. There are times when things happen in ways that for us humans are difficult to understand. It seems to be that sometimes pain is needed in order for a change to happen. Nonetheless, some changes are evidently necessary. I'm sure that I'm not the only one who feels hope, seeing that because of these strong hits, we humans are remembering what is really important in life to the point of wanting to nourish and take care of it again. What are the Japanese people going to feel when they go back to work and try to rebuild the same world that proved not to be solid enough? Will they still feel that it is worth giving so much of their precious time to the rebuilding of such a world? Are there going to be people among them who will be looking for an alternative and doing things differently this time? I wonder. Another story becomes possible when we humbly give thanks for our lives and for the beauty of this planet. And instead of killing the wolf, we invite her to come in the house, offer her food, and sing her some of our heart's songs. Recognizing the sacredness of her nature, we can develop a relationship of cooperation with the wild feminine being who gives us our food and water, who gives us all the beauty surrounding us, who gives us the storms and dangers, helping us to stay awake. Our indigenous grandfathers and grandmothers believe that it is from developing this respectful relationship that we can build a good world for the following generations. It is time to rewrite some of the old stories, and the Three Little Pigs is one of them. Imagine if in this story, as in many others, the wolf is not feared, but instead treated as a wild friend, a teacher, and a partner. Imagine how the story goes when Pachamama, the wolf, and the pigs are one and the same life. It is time to write stories for the new tribes that will populate this earth. Visions that will be the foundations of a healthy world where humans are open in their hearts and relaxed in their bodies, free to be dedicated to add beauty to the beauty that already exists. The purpose of this book is to share a mentality, the one carried by indigenous people since ancient times, that has the power to make possible the conception of such new stories. Because of the love we feel for all people and for Mother Earth, in difficult times when so much destruction is happening, we can also see a world full of opportunities. Our heart seeks to awaken an expansive spiritual power, the sacred inner power that will enable us to cooperate with others and change what seems to be impossible to change. Cosmic forces, Mother Earth, and thousands of awakened human hearts want to change everything and bring it back to its healthy state. This is a wave that will continue growing until it breaks in the shore of a new time. Nothing can stop it. It is life seeking to continue living. It is us seeking to continue living. These pages are full of useful references for those who wish to take care of the earth and the well-being of the following generations. They originate in ancient indigenous cultures, especially the Andean culture of the place where I was born and the Lakota spiritual culture, which came to me as a gift and a blessing later in my life after moving to North America. The way I describe the wisdom of these traditions is the product of my personal experience. There are, of course, many others who could speak about the same subjects in different ways. I want this work to be an offering to those who have questions about how to creatively participate in the change that is happening on Earth. Indigenous people love making offerings to express their gratitude. Offerings have nourishing power. To nourish the ones who nourish us is what makes life continue. When we want to ask a sacred source to act on our behalf for something we need, first we offer it a gift. These pages are a humble offering to the sacred, creative source that lives in the heart of the reader, your heart. Before beginning to create, it is useful to remember the first story, the one that tells us who we really are, which is the next chapter.